Your Calgary Flames organization would like to sincerely thank all fans in attendance tonight and every night for another great show of support. Budweiser wants you to remember there's more great games waiting, so please enjoy responsibly. Your Calgary Flames are back under Scotiabank Saddledome Thursday night when we take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Note the game time is 7 o'clock. Head to calgaryflames.com for all your ticket information. On behalf of all of us, my name is Beasley saying so long and good night. We'll see you Thursday. Right now, Allanna, Nolan, and Torie Peterson are standing by. Tonight's Ram post-game show brought to you by your Alberta Ram dealers.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row? That had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
Well, welcome to the Flames TV live postgame show brought to you by your Alberta Ram dealers. Alanna, Nolan alongside Flames.com's Torie Peterson. We're going to break down this 5-4 loss between the Flames and the Washington Capitals. Torie, we were talking about it in the third period. It looked like a little bit of gas had run out of the tank for the Flames tonight.
Yeah, it's been a busy schedule. They were in Colorado on Saturday night, come home late on Sunday, play last night against the Oilers. It was a later game, a 7:30 start, and then to come right back and face the Capitals, who are a very good team. And they're fresh. They had a travel day, I believe, on Sunday. They were practicing yesterday here, got acclimatized to the time change. And
the altitude. So they're facing a very good team, and they've had a heck of a schedule. Yep. So it was a bit of an energy thing tonight, it looked like.
I believe so too. All right, well, let's take a look at the offense that was generated in tonight's game. We'll start in the first period with Elias Lindholm getting the Flames on the board for the first time in the first period.
Yeah, these two play really well against the Capitals, Johnny and Lindy. They're almost a point per game, and that is just an absolute stellar release from Elias Lindholm. We shouldn't be shocked, but he continues to I think he's the most underrated player in the league right now.
Yeah.
He just does everything so well, and you saw it there.
And then this one would be the Ruzicka goal from Mangiapane, who's falling while passing.
Yeah, the excellent puck control by Manj to get it over to Ruzicka there. And Ruzicka's got great finish. He's got great hands in front of the net, and he makes no mistake there. He's wide open and able to whack it in.
So that would open the scoring in the second period. Then the Caps would answer back. This is Connor Sheary. In the second period, he extends his 4-game point streak and gets the Caps on the board.
Yeah, the puck wasn't able to get out of the zone there. They weren't able to clear it, and Dan Baldar didn't really have a lot of chance there. Connor Sheary has a really great shot, and he made no mistake.
And then it would be Alex Ovechkin. His extends his goal streak to 3 games now. This goal would bring him within 1 of Jaromir Jagr for 3rd place in the NHL's all-time goal list.
It was just another missed clear there for the Flames, and Alexander Ovechkin is not going to miss that kind of opportunity.
We missed that one. That was actually Oliver Shillington's goal. The go-ahead early in the 3rd period. That's his 7th. Of the year.
Yeah, good for him. Get some confidence going. He's fanned on a couple shots lately, so that one is really nice to see it go in the net.
The Caps would tie it back up, though. Anthony Manta halfway through the third period.
Another just great shot that Dan just couldn't quite get over in time to make that coverage.
And then it would be Nick Dowd would give Washington its first lead of the game. It'd be 4-3. This was right after the power play, Torie, so looking at a really tired group on the ice there.
It was just kind of a bit of a scramble right after a really solid PK, actually, and they just couldn't quite clear that puck again.
And then with the empty net, this is Alexander Ovechkin again, tied now with Jaromir Jagr for third place on the NHL's all-time goal list.
Yeah, the guy just keeps racking up accolades. He does not slow down with age.
And with 40 seconds left in this game, Elias Lindholm scores his second of the night, 29th of the season.
Yeah, this guy, again, like just so underrated and so sneaky good. It's just a perfect deflection. They've practiced that before. Obviously know when Johnny's going to pass it like that. He knows to have his stick on the ice, so good to see him get another one there and make that push.
Absolutely. Dan Vladar got his first start since that game in Colorado where he stood on his head, stopped 33 shots. Just your thoughts on his game tonight?
I thought he had another really good game. Coming in, he had that start in Colorado to kind of get his legs back again after a pretty lengthy layoff in between games and starts for him. He was great tonight. He kept his team in it when they needed. Washington had a few really strong pushes, and you're seeing these saves here. He's just really calm and collected. He never gives up on a puck. Excellent agility across the blue paint. And even if he does misplay that puck, he seems to manage to scramble and get right back into place and make that desperation save that you need your goaltenders to make. And the Caps are a really high offensive powered team, and you're going to have these rushes and waves from them no matter what. They're just that good. So he was able to come in and provide that backbone for his defensemen and the forward group to give them a chance when they've had like we've talked about, a pretty hectic schedule.
Yeah. He's a big guy, but he seems to be very agile.
He is. He's very tall, but he's lanky, right? So he has that ability to really stretch out and make those saves, those wild saves and desperation saves that you need your goaltender to make on occasion.
Right. Another bright spot, Andrew Mangiapane had a goal earlier in the game. It was called off because of an offside, but he sort of redeemed himself on that assist on Ruzic's goal.
That's a really great play from Mange, and that's the puck control we've seen him develop over the years. And he's kind of a scrambly player. You see him kind of make those plays all the time where he's falling and he's able to get that stick on the puck and get it over to his teammate. And right there, he just reads it really well. And him and Ruzicka haven't played much together, so for them to have the chemistry they had tonight is really good to see.
Mange has made a really big step this season, wouldn't you say?
Oh, a huge step. We've always known he's had that offensive skill and that ability, and he plays with grit. He plays a lot bigger than he actually is. He's a smaller guy, but he is not afraid to mix it up anywhere on the ice. So he's finally, that offensive skill that we saw in junior is really coming to the forefront now.
That's great to see. All right, we can hear now from head coach Daryl Sutter his thoughts on tonight's loss.
Thoughts on the game, Daryl?
Thought we hung around and needed a couple saves, needed to bury a couple chances. Those great A's we had to try and get a 2-goal cushion at some point. I think that their depth showed up a little stronger than ours. I thought we did what we wanted to do. We tried to come out in the third and try and split some minutes up, get 3 or 4 minutes out of everybody. And didn't like a couple of goals though.
You mentioned fatigue last night. Was that an issue again tonight in your mind?
Well, you need everybody, right? So I think it was obvious that some guys had rough nights.
The play of Ovechkin tonight, I mean, I know he's got 2 goals, but just your thoughts on his play.
He's a goal scorer, right? The goalie scored, we turn the puck over and give it to him right in prime time for him, right? So that's what he does. And, quite honest, I think the looks, he gets a lot of looks from that area right there at power play too. And I think our killers did a good job against him.
You talked a little bit about the depth there, Daryl, but, did you see kind of things that you wanted from the changes you made with your other 3 lines, or is that something you'll probably play with?
Kids put together, give us some energy, 3 of them, and I think they did. I think that, the guys that play a lot, probably, as I said that last night, weren't as sharp last night either, so that was evident. But then when that happens, that tests the guys who get some minutes in too and see how they hold up, and some of them didn't.
Does putting the young guys together for the energy take away a bit of that jump that maybe like a Lewis could have had on that fourth line with the combos you used before, or?
No, I don't think so. I don't think, no. I think those guys gave us some good minutes tonight.
Daryl, I apologize if this has been asked about Dan Vladar's night. What do you think?
I didn't like a couple of goals. I mean, you need, when you're playing back-to-backs and you're playing 3 and 4 and things like that, you need some big saves. That's going to happen against a team that's got a lot of ammo.
Okay. Thank you.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, Torie, Daryl Sutter echoing some of the things that you mentioned about fatigue and playing a big role here tonight.
Yeah, and that's something this team is going to have to learn to get through early on in this stage because we have a really hectic March schedule and April, to be honest. Particularly at home, there's a lot of back-to-backs, which is unusual on home ice. So this team is learning how to battle through that and that fatigue, and you're going to have to get used to it and learn how to manage your energy because you're going to have these spells throughout the rest of the regular season as you make that push to the playoffs.
Right. One bright spot that we sort of thought of on this game was a penalty kill. Washington came in, they scored at least one power play goal in 10 of their last 13, but the penalty killers tonight really stepped up.
Yeah, it was excellent, and like we've talked about, they have a ton of firepower there. Look at their personnel they're deploying on their power play. Like, they have Alex Ovechkin shooting from the point. Like, that's intimidating enough, but they have a ton of weapons that can really burn you. And I just thought they played a really disciplined game. They kept that box really tight, and they moved, and they were able to easily clear from the zone. It just looked really effortless, and the work that they put into the penalty kill all year is really paying off now.
Right. Elias Lindholm had 2 goals in tonight's effort. What did you think of his play, that first to get them on the board and with 40 seconds left in that period?
Just another great game from Elias. He's been tremendous for this team all year, and he does so much in so many different areas of the game. It's not just scoring goals, but he's an incredible back checker. He provides that stabilizing force on that line, and I think he's the driver of that line most nights. He's really able to bring such a unique element to that line with 2 really offensively talented wingers. So tonight, it's just a continuation of what we've seen over the course of the year, and he's going to surpass 30 goals this year, no question. He's at 29 now, and he continues to roll. You can't slow this guy down this year.
Yeah. I talked to Johnny Gaudreau in the first intermission, and he talked about the chemistry that the two of them have developed this year and how it's just effortless. And you saw that in that first period goal. It was just the perfect timing.
Yeah, like the pass was seamless. There was no question, even if the goaltender read it wrong. Johnny knew exactly where Lindy was going to be to make that play. So you've seen that throughout the course of the year, and that's going to bode really well for this club.
Right. Another player who had 2 goals tonight, Alex Ovechkin, moves up that all-time goal list. What did you think of him tonight?
He just continues to impress with age. He doesn't slow down. You would never know he's in his mid to late 30s. The guy just is a goal-scoring machine. And he almost had a hat trick had it not been for Rasmus Andersson and a bit of a diving play there to get the stick on the puck and keep it out of the empty net. But this guy is just a marvel to watch in terms of his offensive skill, and he's done everything for this team. And Daryl Sutter talked about how he's done so much for his club over the years and leading them to that championship.
All right. We've got some players ready to talk to us. Vladar, and I didn't hear who the other one was. And Shillington.
How could you sum up your night and obviously the teams as well?
I mean, we lost, right? So can be really positive, but it sometimes can be really negative, So another day tomorrow, sun's gonna come up. We gotta get better tomorrow.
Is this a game that you look back and say you let it get away because you had that 2-0 lead?
I mean, it's easy to say right now, right? But when you play the game, you play the moment. You go shift after shift, and you're just trying. I'm trying to make every single save. Stop every single puck, and just wasn't enough today. So obviously, when you look at it right now, it's easy to say like that. But at the same time, they're a good team, right? So they are in the standings pretty high. So a good team.
Dan, I know you played these guys in October. Was it that much different of a team, or was it what you were expecting in terms of their offensive?
Right? Obviously, they have a lot of power, especially in forward. So I kind of saw it coming, but as I said, it just wasn't enough today.
Oliver, a real range of emotions it seemed like in this game, from getting up early, going down, and your goal seemed to really shift the momentum again.
Yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs during the game, I think, but yeah, giving a team like this a lot of looks, they'll capitalize, and they did, and yeah, we weren't sharp enough during 60 minutes, I think. So yeah, we have to have a better game on Thursday.
Do you think that was or what can you put your finger on? Was that a result of a pretty emotional game on Saturday, plus last night? Like, I know the schedule is what it is, but fatigue is a thing.
I mean, it's hard to say right now. Trying to evaluate the game right now, it's hard, but yeah, they capitalized on their chances, and maybe we gave them some looks that they have firepower to score on, and we had looks as well, but we have to be tighter against a team like that, and capitalize on our chances and really play with the lead. But yeah.
How hard is it as an athlete to, when you're starting to run on fumes, not suggesting you guys are, but this is a really tough schedule. How hard is it to play when fatigue is a real issue for you?
It's the same for everyone else. I mean, it's I think this time of year it's a mental game, and you have to be sharp mentally to prepare and be ready to go every night. So we have to reset and recover and have a good game on Thursday. It's simple as that.
Is that grind as taxing mentally as it is physically playing every second game, every second day?
I mean, it's our job. That's what we signed up for, and that's what we love to do. We want to perform, and we want to get wins. And obviously, when we're not getting wins, it's disappointing. But at the same time, we have to regroup here and get a win on Thursday.
They have weapons on this team. Ovechkin scored twice. What makes him so difficult to contain?
He has a good shot. I mean, I think he does pretty much same thing all the time, but when he gets his chance, he capitalizes. I think that's special with him. But yeah, like a player like him, you have to play him tight. You have to minimize space for him out there, and just be on top of him all the time.
Dan, on the tying goal, Tanev blocks a shot from Ovechkin, Anderson does, you made a save. For a goal to go in after all that, was that make it a little extra frustrating?
I mean, obviously yes, but at the same time you gotta look at it right. That I want to give our guys credit because I think they were really good in front of me tonight, and especially on a play like this, right? Like obviously it's gonna hurt you, but we're pros, so you can really be thinking about it during the game. Like right now, we can say that obviously, it sucks that especially after sequence like this, we get scored on. But at the same time, we gave them momentum. I didn't make a save, it went in, so next game.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Tomorrow will be a recovery day.
We call it the Ram 1500 Limited. But truth be told, there's nothing limited about it. Ram 1500, winner, J.D. Power Award for Best Driver Appeal.
Well, the all-new Ram 1500 is here with unmatched capability, technology, and luxury. This truck makes no compromises. Torie, the Flames are off tomorrow. How important is that to have a bit of a reset and a bit of a rest as they head into another stretch of games here.
Yeah, it's a busy schedule, so these days are going to be crucial throughout March to have those kind of recovery days and allow your body just to reset and have the mental reset as well. But physically, it's very much needed when you have such a crazy I've never seen 5 games in 7 days, and been doing this for over 10 years, and that's a unique schedule quirk. Obviously, because of the postponements and how that all rolled out, it was necessary. But these kind of days off and recovery days to recover just energy-wise, they're going to be crucial.
Right. It is International Women's Day, so we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the showcase that's coming up this Saturday. So tell us a little bit about what's going to happen right before the Flames game on Saturday.
Yeah, so it's 2 o'clock Mountain on Sportsnet 1. The PWHPA's rivalry rematch is essentially a gold medal rematch between the U.S. and Canada. They're going to have essentially the same rosters that they did in Beijing. Really cool initiative by them to keep them playing post-Olympics without a tournament coming up in the near horizon. Cassie Campbell's going to be there. I believe she's coaching.
Yeah.
The woman does it all. She's color, coaching, playing, whatever you may need, she's there. It's just a really unique opportunity for these women to play again after the Olympics. And that rivalry, obviously, we all know how great it is. Even in a friendly competition like this, it's going to be fun to watch. And it's in Pittsburgh, and they're playing at PP&G Paints Arena, so really nice venue for them to play at and display their skills. So that's at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and then 5 o'clock is the Flames game. So kind of a perfect doubleheader for Flames fans.
Nice little hockey weekend for you.
Yeah.
So next up for the Flames, it's Thursday night here at the Scotiabank Saddledome against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, it's going to be another big matchup. It doesn't slow down from here.
All right, well, the Flames' home point streak comes to an end as they fall 5-4 to the Washington Capitals. Thanks for watching, everybody.